Hello and welcome. My name is Alan, and today we were doing more notable people from the area. Today, since we're doing some really small towns, we'll be doing three. Two in Virginia and one on the border of Virginia, Tennessee. First town we're doing today is Clinchco, Virginia. It has only one person listed. Darryl Shifty Powers. Darryl Shifty Powers, it says in the blurb, was a World War II D-Day veteran of Company E, 506th Parachute Infantry Regiment. He was a U.S. 101 Airborne Division portrayed in the U.S. or in the HBO miniseries Band of Brothers. And apparently he gave a little speech about Clinchco. I don't know if it was in the movie or this was in other place, but it says that he said, "Picture a bunch of mountains all grouped together with narrow, winding roads lacing through them. Clinchco's a little speck by the side of one of those roads, far in the southwest tip of the Triangle of Virginia." But yeah. Let's see, what else does it say? 506th Parachute Infantry Regiment, 2nd Battalion, also known as Easy Company, in the 101st Airborne Division during World War II. He was portrayed in the HBO miniseries Band of Brothers by Peter Youngblood. So yeah, Darryl Shifty Powers of Clinchco, Virginia. Next town we're going to talk about is Bristol. Bristol's kind of interesting. It sits right on the border of Tennessee, Virginia. You can literally walk across the street and go from one state to the other. On one side, I think it's called State Street. You walk from one side, which is Bristol, Virginia, to the other, you're in Bristol, Tennessee. So, but yeah. First person we're going to talk about from Bristol is Clarence Ashley, who they say was an American musician and singer who played the clawhammer banjo and guitar. He began performing that at medicine shows in the southern Appalachian region as early as 1911 and gained initial fame during the late 1920s as a solo recording artist and also as a member of a band. So yeah, Clarence Tom Ashley. Next person we're going to talk about is George Lafayette Carter. George Lafayette Carter was an American entrepreneur and known as the empire builder of Southwest Virginia. His ventures led to the development and modernization of many parts of the southern Appalachian region during the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Next is John I Cox, or John Isaac Cox, who was an American politician who served as the governor of Tennessee from 1905 to 1907. He was elevated to the position of governor when James B. Frazier resigned. and as Speaker of the Tennessee Senate when he was the first in the line of succession. Next person we're going to talk about is Chris Crocker, who is an American internet celebrity, blogger, songwriter, recording artist, pornographic film actor, and former YouTuber. And of course, he's most known for the video where he's like, "Leave Britney alone." So yeah, Chris Crocker. Next person we're going to talk about is Tennessee Ernie Ford, whose real name was Ernest Jennings Ford. Um, he was an American singer and television host who enjoyed success in the country and western, pop, and gospel musical genres. So yeah. You'll probably best know Tennessee Ernie Ford for songs like 16 Tons. What do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. So yeah. Tennessee Ernie Ford. Next person we're going to talk about is Justin Grimm. He is an American professional baseball pitcher who is currently a free agent. He previously played for the Texas Rangers, the Chicago Cubs, Kansas City Royals, Seattle Mariners, and Milwaukee Brewers. Next person we're going to talk about is Doyle Lawson, who is an American traditional bluegrass and southern gospel musician. And he is best known as a mandolin player, vocalist, producer, and leader of the six-man group Doyle Lawson and Quicksilver. Lawson was inducted into the International Bluegrass Music Hall of Fame in 2012. Like I said, there's a lot of bluegrass musicians in the area. Next is David Loggins, who it just says is an American singer, songwriter, and musician. Next is David Gill, an American folk singer, songwriter, guitar, and Appalachian dulcimer player. Madison Gill considers Dave Van Ronk his mentor and is fond of quoting Van Ronk's tribute, "He takes the dull out of dulcimer," in performance and as the title of his frequent workshops on the instrument. Next is Jama Mays, who I thought we had mentioned before at another town, but apparently she's also claimed by Bristol. But is an American actress and best known for playing Emma Pillsbury on Glee, and for starring roles in films Red Eye, Paul Blart Mall Cop, and The Smurfs. So apparently, but yeah, she's from the area. Next is Ricky Morton, who is an American professional wrestler currently performing on the independent circuit. And for most of his career, Morton has performed with Robert Gibson as the Rock and Roll Express, described as the consummate babyface tag team. He is also a WWE Hall of Famer. So, Ricky Morton. And the last person from Bristol we're going to mention is Chase Owens, who is an American professional wrestler currently signed with New Japan Pro Wrestling as a member of the Bullet Club. Owens has also worked for various promotions under the National Wrestling Alliance, NWA, winning the NWA World Junior, I guess, heavyweight title. Or just World Junior title, I guess. It wouldn't be heavyweight. But yeah, that's everybody from Bristol. And again, these are all from Wikipedia. So, last town we're going to talk about today is St. Paul, Virginia. And they have only one person, Boogie2988. He is a YouTube personality who rants in his videos about video games and nerd culture, as a character also known as Francis. But yeah, he lived in St. Paul for a good portion of his life. But yeah, there's the towns I was going to talk about today. That's everybody. As always, educate thyself, think, read, study, learn. Someone tries to tell you something you have trouble believing, ask them to cite their sources. I will be listing the Wikipedia articles we used today in the description below. I'll see you all in the next video. Until then, later.